Hi, this is Gary Rosenzweig. Well, we've got some new iMacs from Apple today. Let's go and take a look at the specs on this episode of MacMost Now. Well, as you can see here, the new iMacs are pretty much the same as the old iMacs. Matter of fact, they look exactly the same. They come in two sizes, the 20-inch and the 24-inch screen. So they're the same on the outside, but on the inside, everything's been a little bit upgraded. Going down the list, we've got new processors. You can go up to 3.06 gigahertz on your Intel Core 2 Duo processor, although the standard is 2.4 gigahertz on the low-end model. You also have a faster front-side bus, and you've got faster memory, and you can get between 1 and 4 gigs of memory. Most importantly, probably, are the video options. You can now go all the way up to a 512 meg NVIDIA card inside of your iMac, although the standard comes with a lowly 128 meg ATI card. Now the prices are pretty good. They start at about $1,200. $1,200 you get the basic model with the lowest end video card and 1 gig of memory. But if you go up to the highest, which is a 3.06 gigahertz processor, you maxed out the memory, and you've got a terabyte drive in there, you've got only $2,649, which is pretty good for a pretty high-end machine. I wanted to compare this to the PC world, and Dell has an all-in-one computer that looks kind of iMac-ish. Their base model is a 20-inch screen, just like the iMac, and their base model comes with 2 gigs of memory instead of 1 gig. And it's $1,300, so $100 more, but you get 1 gig more of memory. Now, you can also add a gig to the Mac, and you get $1,300, exactly the same price. So then the only hardware difference appears to be an actual ATI card in the Mac, where on the Dell you get integrated video on the motherboard. But their speeds may actually be the same in the end. So Apple's very competitive here, Dell versus Mac. Of course, the big difference being on the Mac you get OS X Leopard. On the Dell, you get Vista. Now, trying to price out a reasonable machine, I came up with something pretty interesting. The 24-inch machine, the basic model, the one that probably ships quickest, is $1,800, comes with 2 gigs of memory, a 2.8 gigahertz processor, and 256 megs of video RAM, plus a 320 gig drive. That's not that bad of a deal. If I needed a single Mac to do everything for me, that probably would be a good one to choose. As a matter of fact, that $1,800 model compares really well to my MacBook Pro. I mean, it's a slightly newer machine, so it's got a little bit faster processor, and it's got a much bigger hard drive. But it's a pretty good option if you don't need the portability. So with these new models out, this is probably a pretty good time to buy an iMac if you've been thinking about it. And you can get them now online or in retail stores apparently immediately according to the Apple website. Until next time, this is Gary Rosenzweig with MacMost Now.